Hi everybody. So first and foremost, we have to send shout out to all the people who send me this question. Just two. Every time when I do the question, I have to send shout out to student who send me the question. So the first shout out go to Nokwanda Shandu from KwaZulu Natal province in South Africa. She said, "Hey, mutwana sawubona." So man, I get a lot of shout out from especially student in South Africa from KwaZulu Natal and Limpopo province. Man, Cape Town, you're sleeping. Gauteng, where you at? So she said, "Hey, Mutwana, thanks a lot. Your video helps me a lot. Please keep going. Don't stop. Keep going." She said, "I should keep going." Nokwanda Shandu from KwaZulu Natal. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so the second shout out goes to come from man. This is the first time to get this shout out from this region. So this come from a student from Ghana. His name is Kwesi. His name is Quasi. Say, "Hey, Mutwana, thanks a lot. I live in London, and I watch your video, and actually I enjoy a lot of your video and your show. You solving entertainers. So, man, please leave a comment." The last shout out come from a student from Gauteng, South Africa, whose name is Masejo. Masejo, she come from Johannesburg. She say, "Man, thanks a lot, Mutwana. Just wish if you can speak sometime, do a live video. I'm gonna do some live video very soon." Okay, so let's get to the business. Without further ado, let's go. So now the question say here, they say, so this is more the financial mathematics. Let's get started. Okay, so they say round your answer into nearest year. Oh, sorry, one time. We have to calculate the time, but our answer has to be nearest years. In years, we'll take for so we have amount. So it's going to increase by 72%. Okay, look. So this amount increases by if it's invested an interest rate with that one per annum, compounded semi-annual. So this is compounded interest. Okay, so compounded interest, we have a formula for compounded interest. So the formula of compounded interest say amount equal to principal, and then you say 1 plus, you write your interest rate here, and then you multiply by n. N is the number of year. You see, n is the number of year, how many years? But remember, any compounded interest, if it's semi-annual, means our interest rate you must divide by 2. Semi means 2, and then you multiply your time by 2 if it's semi. But if they say quarter, if they say compounded, quarterly or quarterly means you divide by 4, and here you multiply by 4. Same thing you're going to do here, you must do the same thing over there, okay? But for now, it's just semi-annual. So semi means divide by 2, and then multiply by your year by 2. But if they say daily, how many days in 1 year? There are 365. So meaning instead of divide by 2, if it was compounded daily, how many days in 1 year? 365. So you divide, instead of that, we could have divided by, instead of 2, we could have said divide by 365, and then you multiply by 365. So it depends on the question. If they say weekly, how many weeks in 1 year? There's 52 weeks, means I was going to say, divide by 52, and then you multiply also by 52. And you multiply, instead of writing 2 or that one, I was going to multiply by 52. But that's not part of the question, but just to let you know, you have to keep those in mind, okay? Please, quarterly divide by 4. Excuse me. But for now, we multiply by 2 because it was semi-annual. Now, let's go to the question. So now, what do they want? They say this person invested. So this P represents how much invested. So our principal equal to 7,480. This one here, 7,480. So instead of P, I'll say 7,480. So I'm going to say here 7,480 in the position of P. And then we say 1 plus. Now, what is our interest rate? Our interest rate, look. They say an interest rate of 7.9. So instead of say this I, I'm going to say here 7.9%. So you can simply say percent, or look, if somebody says 7.9%, this semi say 7.9 over 100. You see what I'm saying? So you can say that. So I could have said, oh, let me see first if y'all can all see, because I want to make sure that everything. Okay, so you could have said it. Okay, you could have said it. My apologies. Okay, so I could have said it. Okay, so now for that case, now I'm gonna say interest rate 7.9 over 100, and then remember you have your 2, so you multiply by 2 and then you close the bracket, means you close the bracket. And how many years? Look here, they say it will take to increase for how long? Let's see, for they want number of years, so we don't know number of years, so we don't know our n. So meaning n we don't know, because n represent number, so n times 2 equal to n. So now look, they have given to you, look, read very, very careful. They say write your answer. We have a is the amount which has been accumulated. You invest, let's say $10 to buy this calculator. After 5 years you get $100, so $100 represent a if it's calculator. But for this case, they have told you, they say you invest this amount, but that amount is going to increase by 72%. Oh, so now I can work it out there. Look, so now I'm going to say, because I'm going to say now, look, they say here, how many years will take for, how many years will take for this amount to increase by 72%? Okay, let's find that amount. Okay, look, first, let me find that 72%. So I'm going to say 72%. What is 72? 72% means 72 over 100. Multiply by 748. So we can plug this in the calculator. I have online calculator. So I'm going to say, okay, so come to the fraction here, and there's a 72, and then we go over what? 100 over 100 over 100. Okay, 72 over 100 over, oh my god. Okay, just a second, family. My apologies, my calculator just went off, but I can resume it in a second. Just a minute, let me resume the calculator quick. Okay, we back. Our calculator's back. Okay, second. Okay, so I'm gonna say now, let's go to our calculator. So we have a 72%. Come here, 72, come here, 72, and then we come at the bottom over 100, and then over 100, and then we multiply by 748. Okay, so the 72% increase gonna be that amount. Okay, but remember, you're gonna have to add with the original, because look, if let's say for example you have a let's say 1, and then they say, so the amount, okay, no, let me just not beat about bush, let's get to the point. So this is the amount increase, like you see this amount here, this amount increase, but we must add with the original, because they say the amount was increased by 7%. So now we're gonna have to add by the original amount. So what is the original amount? Our original amount is 748, and this is gonna be the amount which has been increased, okay, which is 1286.56. Oh, so instead of writing our a now, instead of writing this a here, we're not going to write this a, we're going to write the amount we got, which is 1286, I believe, 0.56. Let's check again if it's correct. Oh yes, 56. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I don't need this one. Let me just erase it. Okay, so now we have to calculate the value of n. So now what I'm going to do, first and foremost, I have to divide here by 7480, and this divide by 748. So this and this is going to cancel. Now take all of this, divide. If you divide, I can plug in a calculator, but if you put in a calculator, that's going to give you 1.72 equal, because you divide. Okay, that one you can plug in a calculator, power 2n. So if you plug in a calculator, all of this means all this stuff plug in a calculator is gonna give you 1.0395. So now note, this is very important. We're looking for value of n. If you want to look for value of n, there is this. Look, if somebody give, let's say 3 power n equal to 9, this is very easy. You know why this is very easy? Because I'm going to say, what is 9? 9 meaning 3 square and this 3 power n. If the base are the same, look at it. Base are the same means power must be the same. So n equal to 2. But they're not going to give like that all the time. Now, so this is how they're going to give you some time. I'm coming back to the question, right? If somebody give you let's say 2 power x equal to 5. Can't you see? So it means you cannot break these two, this 5, because there's no number power 2. Like if it was 4, I was going to say 2 square equal 2 power x, and then the base of the same x equal to means x equal to 2. But now for this case, if somebody give you 2 power x equal to 5, you see that's a different game, because there's no way you can break. So the only way you can do that, either you apply log or you apply ln. Either of the two is going to work. Okay, let's apply ln. So I'm going to say ln of 2 power x equal to ln of 5. And then whenever you have a ln or ln, you can take this x at the back, this power. So you say x ln of 2 equal to ln of 5. And then you divide by ln of 2, you divide by ln of 2. This and this cancel, so x equal to, you plug in the calculator exactly, you get the answer. So you're going to do the same here. You see? And how to plug in the calculator is easy, because you can simply just go here. Let's cancel first. You come to the fraction, and then you should just say ln on top. And what is a ln? Ln of 5 on top. And then close the bracket. And then you go to the bottom, and they say ln of, if it was like that, ln of 4, ln of 2. And then you close, and there we go. So now look, family, my beautiful family. So now for this case here, see, for this case here, see, it's not. See, for this case here, it's not. Meaning, we're going to have to, meaning, so let me go back a little bit, because I brought, okay. So meaning, you see here, the same game. There's no way I can break these. There's no way I can break these. So for that case now, let's see right here. I'm going to have to apply ln. Just like I say here, apply ln throughout, okay? So let's apply ln. So I'm going to say, okay, so now all this stuff is going to be ln of, okay, let's do here, ln of 1.72 on the left, and the right is going to be ln of 1.0395 power 2n bracket here. Sorry, my right, but this is power 2n. This is there on top. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this to the back. Take this number here to the front. Some people say front, some people say at the back, however you can call it, okay? So now I'm going to say 2n. We have a ln of 7. One ln of 172 equal to 2n. And then we have our ln, let me write bracket here, ln of 1.0395, and then we close. So what we're going to do now, we want to get the value of n, which is number. So it's very easy. So what we do, I will divide by, so let's just make a space here, because I don't need this, right? Or I can just divide here, divide by 2, because I want to get the value of n. So divided by 2, ln of 1.0395. Also, you do the same thing here, divide by, because this and this is going to cancel, 2 and 2 is going to cancel. So we get the value of n, which is going to be all of this, divided by also 2 ln, because we must divide throughout, 1.0395. Okay, so on the left, this cancel left with n, and then I can simply plug all of this in the calculator. So I'm going to come in and browse my calculator. Okay, let's come take a calculator. So now I'm going to say, okay, let's come in, clean everything. So now I'm going to say fraction, and then I'll say ln. On top is going to be ln of what of 1.72, and then we close it. Yes, close. Go to the bottom, and they say we have a 2. Our number is 2, and they say ln, and then 1.0395, and then let's close. And that's going to give us what? Did I say 2 here? Okay, so, okay, just a second. Yeah, so we got 6.99, but when you approximate 6.99 equal to 7, see? So if you approximate 6.99 in approximation, 6.99, I just plug in a calculator. If you plug 6.999, okay, let me plug again, just in case some people didn't see how I plug calculator. But you can see it's obvious, right? That's how you could plug in a calculator. So if you plug in approximation, that's equal to 9. Okay, that's going to be ln equal to 9. So for that case now, for some people who didn't see how did I plug in a calculator, let me just clear quick, just a second. So you come here, you say you come right there in fraction, how much your fraction, and they say your loan 1.72.7.72, and then I forgot my pen. Okay, so delete 1.72, 1.72. Okay, close your bracket and then go to the bottom. We have a 2, see here 2, and then we have a loan, okay, and then we say loan of 1.03, okay, 03, loan of 1.03995, close the bracket. So this one here gave us 0.99, but when you approximate 0.999 equal to 7, because they say you have to approximate. Look at this question here. They say because our answer is going to be equal to, so just a second, equal to 6.9999. But look how did I say here, round your answer in the nearest year. So in the nearest year, 6.99, when you approximate equal to 7, so equal to 7. So the answer equal to 7. So now look, so that's how you do. So look, some people here might be FaceTime. So you FaceTime family before we go further, right? Because we got another question. Make sure you come right here, please. Subscribe here. Okay, subscribe over there. If you FaceTime, if you have not yet. If you show gray, means you have already subscribed, but if you show red, means you have not yet. Okay, let's go to the second question. Second question is way easy. So they say here, Mr. Mangena. Okay, so they say Mr. Mangena. Okay, they say Mr. Mangena invested amount of that one right there. For how long? But he divided this amount into two different schemes. Scheme A and scheme B are the simple. This is simple interest rate. Pay attention to this. These are simple interest. So the one who just did it before, that was compounded interest. So this is simple interest. So we're going to use another formula. Which formula I'm going to use for simple interest is this one. Very easy formula. Say amount equal to principal, and then you say 1 plus interest rate, and then the number of year you're going to multiply inside. But for the compounder, we multiply what? Outside. That's the formula for simple interest. But look, he divided into two schemes. Okay, now we go. How did he do that? So there's a scheme A and scheme B. Now let's put the scheme A and scheme B together. So let me write here, this is going to be scheme A and this is going to be scheme B, and this is going to be our total here. Let's say total. So now let's see. So Mangena invests this amount, and then he divided into two different schemes. So we don't know in scheme A how much did he. Okay, so our general formula, let me write here general formula. General formula equal to amount. Let me see if everything is visible. Okay, equal to amount, equal to principal, and this is 1 plus our interest rate. You can use ROI times number of years, just like I say here. Okay, that's a formula for simple interest. Oh, that's not visible. So let me write down here because that was not visible. Okay, so the formula for compounded interest, we say, we say amount equal to principal, P, and then close bracket 1 plus our interest rate. You can use R or I, whatever you prefer, times number of years. Some people use I, some people use it. Okay, now, so let's say he divided into two schemes. So, but the first scheme is 14%, and the second scheme equal to, and the total amount, look, if the total amount of simple interest earned in 3 years equal to that one. Look, this is very, very important. This amount earned. So now we're going to say is amount earned. Look, if I have a, let's say $100, and then I earn $20. So the total amount which I'm going to earn, which is amount, is going to be what? After 5 years or whatever years, going to be $120. That's amount which I'm going to earn. Okay? Now, let's go to the question here. So now let's split this scheme. So let's say we want to say, okay, the first scheme, the formula we say is amount equal to principal, and then we say 1 plus interest rate. You can use I or, okay, let's use I or R or whatever you want, times N. Okay, now, so for that case now, I'm supposed to write here. So I'm supposed to write here. So I can say face amount equal to principal 1 plus interest rate times the number of year. This is for simple interest. For compounded, n must be outside. Must be here. Compounded. Okay. For compounded, for simple, it's just there. So now we go. Let's do this. Let's do this now. This can be good if we do this. So look, do you know how much invested principal on a face one? We don't know. Let's just say invested amount of this one, which is divided to two different schemes. So scheme A, we don't know how much invested. So let's just call it X. Means our P equal to X. So this is the formula we're going to use here. Let me do this. Has nothing to do with the solving, right? I'll just highlight it so you can see. Nothing to do with the solving. So now we want to say, now, so we're going to write our bracket. 1 is just a 1. Plus, what is the interest rate for the face one? The face one interest rate equal to 14%. So I'm going to say 14 over 100. For how long? He invests for how long? 3 years. So we're going to say multiply by 3. Now we come for the second one. Look, if this is a total amount I invested, and then I split in two schemes, meaning, the first one, if this got X, look, if the first one got X, mean the second one is going to have a, look, if the total amount is this, and we don't know how much invested because they just say it's split by two people. So if the first one get X, mean the second one is going to take the total amount minus X. That's the amount that you're going to invest on the second one. And you say simple. If I have a 50, and then I want to split to two people, if the first one, let's say, got X, what is the amount that the second one is going to get? The second one is going to be 50 minus X. So for that case now, I'm going to say, if this man here or this sister here got X, or this lady, mean the second one is going to have a 1389, 1389, 890 minus X. That's going to be our P in a formula P. And they say 1 plus, what is the interest rate? Our interest rate equal to 11 for the second. So it's 11 over 100 times N. How many? 3 years also. But all this stuff, they say the total, this guy is going to earn the simple interest rate N in 3 years, this one. Oh, so we're going to say 5 because the total 0, 8. But come on, people, use a common sense. There's no way I can invest this amount and only, and that's going to be the total. It's going to be this one plus the amount I invested for the two people. That's going to be the total. Mean what I earn plus 13890. You see what I'm saying? So now we say you can take this and plug in a calculator. So now I'm going to say this MSA. So this MSA now plug all these in the calculator is gonna give you man. You plug all that in the calculator is gonna give you 1.42. So we're gonna have an X bracket 1.42 and then we plus, so you have a 13890 minus X. Plug all the other one in the calculator is going to give you 1.33, and then take all of this because we say equal to, right? We say equal to. Plug in the calculator, that one also is going to give you 193, sorry, 193, and then 98. So the next thing is going to be, okay, so we multiply this out because we know we have to expand it. Multiply and then also multiply with it. So this is going to give us 1.42 x plus 1.42 x. Okay, when you multiply that one right here, it's going to give you 184.73 73.7.7, and then we minus. If you apply 1.13 multiplied by x, going to give you 1.3 3x equal to 193.98. So what we're going to do now, I can just erase here so I can have some spaces, okay? because we just have to solve the value of x. Or I can just simply say, okay, I think I can see what I can do here. Because what do they want? They say, okay, look, let me just say this. They want, what is the amount invested in B? What is the amount invested in B? Means this amount here, they want this. Correct? This amount, because amount invested in B means 13890 minus x. So let me just do this so I can have a space here. Just a second, Femi. I want to do something so we can have a space here. Okay, so we're gonna say, do this. Okay, so now we're gonna say now, to get amount invested in B, which is this one, we're gonna find out. Let's continue now. So if you continue, means I'll take this over here. So 142 minus, so I can just say here 1 pen, second, no, 1 pen, my pen, I want to make sure 1 pen, I want to see if it's visible, right? Because it seems like, yeah, I went in the right place. Okay, place. So this is going to be 1 pen, this one, minus that. So 1.42 minus 1.33. And that's going to give us 0.09 equal. Now I'll take all of this over. But remember, when you take something over, means if this positive is going to become minus. So we take all of this minus 187.3.7. So minus here. So I can simply say equal to, okay, right here, say 19398 minus 180. Okay, so I'm right here. So some people sometimes 19398 minus 184.73.7. So we're gonna have a 0.09x, means this on the left, equal to when you minus these two, is gonna give us 924.3. So we want to get the value of x. So divided by 0.09 divided by 0.09. This and this cancel. So value of x equal to, plug in a calculator, that's gonna give you 270. But this, look, this is the amount which we're invested in A. Look, if you take the whole amount which were, so look, so what is the value of x? We got the value of x. So I can just simply say the value of x we have. So I don't need this other stuff. I can just erase this, okay? Let's erase this. Excuse me, sorry, my apologies. Okay, just want to make a space here so you can get to understand. Okay, so we have the value of x, right? Correct? Okay, so the value of x we have, which is this one. But look, when I took the total amount, okay, sorry. Just a second, let me make a space here so I can finish up the question, okay? Okay, look, we go back now. If look, if my value of x, what the value of x I got? X was x equal to, I just got here x equal to 10.0270. So x represent, look, what is P? P means principal. When you take all of this amount and then you invest in A and B, what is A? The amount invested always a principal. So principal for scheme A was x, which is this. So this is the amount invested in A. But they don't want in A. They want invest in scheme B. Okay? What is scheme B? Scheme B is a principal, which is this one here. P represent P in the bracket. So we're going to say the amount invested in B is going to be equal to, take 13890 minus x, because this amount. What is x? X equal to 10 to 70. And then when you do that, finally, you're gonna have 36. So the final answer is gonna be 3620. So 3620 is the amount which were invested in B. See what I'm saying? So 3620 is the amount which invested in B, and that's the final answer. Look, before bother, you might be FaceTime here in the program, right? So if FaceTime family, do please come here and comment, subscribe here, okay? Just click here, subscribe, and share this video to other people struggling with this basic numeracy or mathematics, okay? So we can just continue with this movement. And just by the way, some people might be new here, okay? So leave a comment, so I'm gonna say shout out to you, okay? I'm gonna say, hey, you know? So if you brother or sister, leave a comment, you know? And I'm gonna say shout out to you. Thanks a lot of your time, and I appreciate it, okay?